there are a couple of basic foot stances which align with the hands, which create fighting guards in the Anderson martial arts karate system. The first one is what I call front stance. Your feet are shoulder width apart. Your feet are shoulder width forward and back. Your front foot is totally forwards. Your back foot can be slightly at an angle or forwards, and the hands are up in this position. Hands are up at least as high as the neck, and I have them out wide like this for a reason, which I'll get into when I talk about blocking and using a partner to block. Now, for the adults, I call this front stance. For the kids, I call this ride the dog. They'll remember ride the dog a lot faster than they remember the term front stance. I'll tell them this. If you're riding a horse, the horse is wide, you're sitting, horse is nice and fat, legs are out this far. Dogs, they aren't as big as horses, so when you ride a dog, the dog's not as wide, you have your feet closer together. Now, as a point of humor, I'll tell them that dog saddles are very weird because one stirrup attaches to the front leg, the other stirrup attaches to the back leg. So instead of them having their feet even, one's going to be front, one's going to be back. And it has to be wide enough for a dog to be able to walk through. This is riding the dog. Now, when I get into turning sideways to fire off a kick, I will label this front dog, and then I'll have them turn sideways. And they'll know this as side dog. Notice I turn sideways here, side dog, I'm looking in the direction that my hands are facing, and my feet are about a shoulder width apart, maybe a little wider. On the front stance, what you're looking at is, if you had a square that was as big as my shoulders and as deep as my shoulders, one foot would be on one corner of the box, the other foot would be on the other corner of the box. You get great side-by-side balance, great forward and back balance this way. So, this is the stance, the foot position is what I call ride the dog. Now I subdivide that into two different types of dogs, so to speak. The first one is to develop the hitting, is what I call attack dog. Now if I turn sideways with attack dog, this hand is right by the jaw, the front hand is out this way. So you get the rear hand back here, the front hand here. The reason I delineate this is because the basic combination starts with the front hand. Quite often with kids, when they've got both hands together, they forget which hand's the front hand. So if I stick this one way back here, and it actually has to touch, all right. Now there's this one way out in front, bang, they can shoot that one first. You'll see what I mean when I get into the basic hand combination that I teach. Now, that's attack dog. So when I want them to block, both hands come up, out in front in this fashion, equal distance from the body, both of them are the same, arms are in this position, and I call this safe dog. So we've got attack dog, safe dog, the feet here, if you're in a forward position, ride the dog. If they're in a side position, ready to do some sort of a lateral kick, it's called side dog.